All right, I'm live and we are discussing Buylisting. Today we're going to talk about why, when, some tips, tricks, how to, the whole spiel, everything that I've learned over all my years. You're going to want to check this one out.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Today we are live. We're doing kind of the definitive video on Buylisting. I'm gonna put the camera on the internet in a second and we're gonna go through it together, and I'm gonna discuss why I do it and like reasons that you should consider it, and what it is, how it works, and that whole thing. So let me just preface it by saying it's what I do with low end cards. It's a way to turn your cards into cards you may want or need for your collection or deck. Okay? Buy listing is there are websites on the internet that make it very easy to trade in your cards in a fairly not automated process. It is fairly involved. It's not too crazy. It is something to consider if you haven't considered it already. Let's check out the website. Here we are. This is the Card Kingdom website. I have a small stack of cards right here that I'm going to buy list. And so let me talk about why you do this. This is a way to turn, not your black lotuses. This is a way to turn random cards from all the sets that ever came out into something that you may want. The store gives you a certain amount in cash, but they give you 1.3x that in credit. And that's something I do and I've done in the past and for a long time to do what Rudy says is impossible. He says cards can only go one way, right? They can only go from sealed to unsealed. But no, that's not true. You can take a pile of commons and turn them into vintage sealed packs. And so this is how. Right? You get here a page. You could choose any edition, any set. And so that's how I like to organize my cards, is by set and by rarity, because it makes this a lot easier. So what it is, you set your parameters. I like to do this. Unclick foils, click on commons and uncommons, apply the filters, and you'll get some interesting results. Did you know that there's a common in Mirrodin that you can get $6.50 credit for? I mean, I knew. That's why I do this. But Seething Song, here you go. Mirrodin, $6.50 in credit, $5 cash. That's just an example. This is how you do it. You do the quantity to sell. You click on the quantity. It goes to a sell cart. You build your sell cart and you sell it. Now, you don't need to do huge buy lists. You can do a couple of cards at a time. I have a couple of cards. Let's see if these cards are... I'm not doing huge cards. I'm doing nice and cheap cards to demonstrate that. Look at this. Risen Reef, 12 cents. I got two of them. I'll take it. Why not? I'm not really doing this right now to make a huge buy list, but you can definitely get to some good money, and I've done it before. Gutter Snipe, I got two of them. One of the reasons I do this, right, is because they're willing to take your cards that are in not the best shape, and they're going to look, you'll get a price reduction, but it's a way to trade in beat up freaking cards from the flea market and get some value at it. See, here you go. This card is 47 cents and I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. This is $5 in credit right here for some random common from Mirrodin when I bought a lot from the flea market, and it was a lot of Mirrodin cards. So here you go, another one. Iron Myrrh. You say mer, mir. What do you say? I say mer. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. And they want 170. So that's another thing that you got to be aware of. They're not buying all cards at all times. So, you know, things will change depending on when you look, depending on what they have. So it behooves you to check it out at different times. So like, hold on. Sorry, I'm thinking about how to spell the word and talking at the same time. Yeah. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that there's a bunch of reasons you do this, and there's a bunch of reasons to not just like sell your cards if you can't just buy list them right away. You know, like just hold on to them and keep on checking back. Sometimes cards go up in value on the buy list too, depending on how much they need. So, reasons to do this. Look, these are commons, man. These are freaking commons. Look at this. Rise of Eldrazi. These two commons, Soul's Attendant, $5.59 each. I got 2 of them. That's another $10 right there. You'd be surprised what they're paying for some of these cards. And like I said, the credit value, you get a little bit more, and $3.25. No, sorry. Much less. $1.95. Still $1.95. And then, you know, you can do rares and mythics as well. What I'm trying to do here is I'm legit doing this buy list right now, and I'm going to complete it. And I'm going to show you what you can get in just a few minutes, just effing around with a few cards and like why to do it. And look, another point that I wanted to make is, you know, you see something you want, you buy list, and then you get it. That's great to do, right? However, there's no reason you shouldn't be updating and cleaning up your collection on a regular by buy listing any commons and uncommons of value and selling the rest that has zero value, you know, like, you know what I'm talking about, and extracting your maximum value out of that, and just not having all that bulk sitting around. Unless you sell singles, that's a whole nother story, okay? But this is a way to clean up, and like, look, sometimes you can make more money doing this than you can selling your cards on TCG Player. Some of my patrons have begun comparing the prices. So buy listing is just another option on what to do with your cards, and it may be an option where you can get more money. Okay. Hopefully this isn't going to reveal any of my information. Secure checkout. Oh, totally did. Well, I'm going to go back and have to delete that section of the video and the live stream, which is fine. I can do that, but let me pause the video and start recording. Okay, there we are. So the payout, $47. And all you have to do, place your sell order. You hold on, I need to pause the video and do another thing just to make sure. I'm gonna click place your sell order next. Hold on. Here we are. So this is what happens when you go through. It gives you the maximum payout, store credit, your order, you know, continue shopping. What I didn't do, and I should have, is you can add a comment that if, you know, I'll probably cancel this order and then redo it. But whatever, I did it for the video to show you exactly what would that take, 5 minutes, right? And this is $50 in credit. There's a section where you can enter comments, and what you do is you say, please let me know of any price adjustments due to condition, just so you can look at it. Sometimes you might not like the price that they're giving you. You can take it back and do something else with the card. So you have a lot of control, and it's very easy to do, okay? So my final thing that I wanted to discuss is why, like, you should be doing this all the time. And you don't have to spend your credit, right? Because it just stays there and it builds up, and maybe you want something that comes out. Maybe you want to get Avatar. They got it for $5.50 now. It's been dropping. But another reason why to build up credit is this. Card Kingdom has stuff that goes on sale. And look at this right here. You can get an Antiquities pack for $670. So look, if you don't have something to buy and you're just building up credit, maybe a cheap Antiquities pack pops up and you can now trade freaking commons from modern sets that you picked up at the flea market that are beat up for a sealed Antiquities pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Is Buylisting is great. It's not just selling your cards. It's a way to build value to jump on a good deal when they pop up. Just saying. That's like a... Just saying. You know, it's a way to, like, distill and increase your collection. You know what I mean? It's a way to turn a bunch of nothing, a bunch of stuff that's just going to sit there. And, you know, by the time you get to it, they reprinted it and now it has no value. It's a way to extract the maximum value out of all that. Yeah, so Buylisting. Big Spider-Man fan. I mean, I like Spider-Man. I'm not like that. Are you talking about the brain over here, or how many boxes I bought? Anyway, Buylisting. Look, it's freaking easy, man. And you have 2 days to send in your cards. So what you can do is just, when you have 10 minutes, do a little stack, lock it in, put it aside, do that for 2 days, then pack them all together in a package with a bunch of little orders, and now you got like $500 that you did. You know, you don't have to dedicate so much time. It's just a way to you know, get the most out of your collection, especially before they reprint it. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go edit out my name that I put in the video originally. And remember to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon. We open a lot of cool things. Otherwise, take care. Have a lovely day. And I will catch you soon. Peace.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?